While traders in the West were glued to flashing red charts, halted markets, and brokerage apps that suddenly stopped responding, something far more consequential was unfolding far away from the screens. Financial drama tends to capture our attention, but real power moves quietly through ports, warehouses, and shipping manifests. While retail investors argued on social media about manipulated prices, pallets of physical silver were being loaded, sealed, and shipped out of Western vaults. Multiple independent sources inside global logistics firms now confirm an extraordinary event. The amount of precious metals moved across international ports over the past 2 days rivals levels not seen since the mid-20th century. This was not routine rebalancing, it was an evacuation. Institutions that had relied for decades on paper leverage finally confronted a hard limit. When confidence cracked, they did not defend the price. They abandoned the metal. The vaults in major Western hubs are no longer quietly guarded fortresses. They are echo chambers. What once sat behind steel doors has not vanished. It has changed jurisdiction. Ownership shifted from financial instruments to sovereign hands. And those hands are not Western. To understand why this happened so quickly, you have to look at the widening global price distortion. For days now, silver in Asian markets has been trading at a massive premium compared to Western paper prices. In a world dominated by algorithms and arbitrage, a double-digit spread is irresistible. It becomes a force of nature. Metal flows toward the highest certainty, not the lowest quote. A refiner does not care about ideology. If the same bar commands far more value elsewhere, it moves. Markets are not patriotic. Capital follows gravity. Asia created a vacuum, and that vacuum pulled the remaining supply straight out of the Western system. Western exchanges attempted to hold prices down through paper pressure. Asia treated that discount as an invitation. It was not speculation, it was extraction. Cheap prices became a strategic weakness. Inventory drained faster than regulators could respond. Now the official reports are beginning to reflect what insiders already knew. Deliverable inventories have collapsed to levels that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. The ratio of claims to actual metal has reached absurd proportions. This is no longer a functioning market. It is a confidence game nearing its final act. A system designed on fractional availability only works as long as most participants never ask for delivery. The moment that assumption fails, mathematics takes over. There simply is not enough metal to satisfy even a fraction of outstanding obligations. If delivery is demanded at scale, default becomes unavoidable. So why is this happening now? Because silver is no longer just an investment metal. It is a strategic resource. Modern economies and modern militaries depend on it. Advanced electronics, precision guidance systems, renewable energy infrastructure, and communications technology all require silver. There is no substitute with the same efficiency. China understands this reality. They studied the supply curves. They saw declining mine output paired with exploding industrial demand. They recognized that controlling physical resources matters more than controlling prices. This was not a trade. It was positioning. Once physical silver enters mainland reserves, it does not reappear. It is consumed, deployed, or locked away. Unlike speculative hoards, this metal is not waiting to be sold back into the market. It is being removed from circulation permanently. For years, skeptics questioned whether Western vaults truly held what they claimed. Unallocated accounts, rehypothecation, and leasing blurred the line between ownership and illusion. One bar, many claims. It worked, until someone demanded segregation and delivery. Asian buyers do not accept paper promises. They demand specific bars, allocated, audited, and shipped. When large buyers arrived with cash and insisted on immediate delivery, accounting narratives collapsed. Cash settlements were offered. The metal was demanded instead. What we are witnessing is not just a silver shortage, it is a fracture in the global monetary order. The post-1971 system, built entirely on trust and paper obligations, is colliding with a world that no longer accepts trust alone. Nations are quietly exiting the dollar framework and converting financial claims into tangible assets. Energy, infrastructure, and technology all require materials, not IOUs. As physical inputs become scarce, entire policy agendas unravel. Green transitions, electrification plans, and industrial reshoring all depend on metals that are no longer cheap or available. The strain is already visible at the retail level. Mints delay production, dealers ration inventory, premiums disconnect from screen prices. The quote you see is theoretical. The price you pay is real and rising fast. This is not driven by one country alone. Other nations, shut out of traditional financial channels, are building reserves that cannot be sanctioned or frozen. At the same time, millions of individuals across Asia treat silver not as speculation, but as savings. Cultural demand meets strategic accumulation. Paper supply cannot compete. The uncomfortable question remains, how did the West allow this vulnerability to develop? Decades of price suppression made inflation appear manageable while quietly exporting strategic resources abroad. Stability today was purchased by weakness tomorrow. Now the consequences are unavoidable. Exchanges may invoke emergency clauses. Contracts may be settled in cash. But cash settlement is not delivery. The moment metal cannot be obtained at any price, the paper market becomes irrelevant. Industrial buyers will not wait. They will stockpile. They will outbid investors. When survival is at stake, price becomes secondary. That is when charts go vertical, not because of speculation, but necessity. This is the end game of a system built on leverage without inventory. Physical assets always win in the end. The transition is never smooth. Capital controls, withdrawal limits, and emergency measures follow when trust evaporates. Silver is simply the first warning. It is the signal, not the destination. The real shift is from abstraction to reality, from promises to possession. Those holding physical assets are no longer speculators. They are insulated from a system losing coherence. The era of effortless paper wealth is closing. A resource-based order is emerging. In that world, value is not declared. It is held. And once the metal leaves, it does not come back. The ships have already sailed.
Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel and my new video. So friends, well traders in the west were glad to flashing red charts, halted marks and brokerage apps that suddenly stop paid responding something fair more constellation was unfolding far away from the Scene's financial drama trends to capture our attention, but real power moves quietly through ports, warehouse, and shipping manifests when the retail investors argue on social media about manipulated prices and prices. So pallets of physical silver were being loaded, sold, and shipped out of Western wallets. Multiple independent sources inside global logistics firm now confirm an extraordinary amount of ferrous metal move across international ports over the past 2 days. Reverse level it's no seen. So friend, this is most powerful breaking news about the silver and silver sometime up, sometime down, dollar sometime up, sometime down. This is my channel. So friend, uh, likes my channel, subscribe my channel, and sorry, like my videos, subscribe my channels. Thank you.